Hello. Happy
Hey,
New
welcome back.
Year's. Like we didn't just talk 5 minutes ago.
Yep. We're
You know,
back. 2024.
I know, dude. So cool, so cool. It's funny too cuz like I'm happy that I will say one thing though that I'm happy that you actually branched out and started watching scary movies cuz I feel like you were really missing out on the scary movie aspect.
Getting
If
better.
that
Getting better.
Yeah, so I'm proud of you. I'm proud
Thank
of you.
you. I'm growing
Look, I
up.
can reach this shoulder now. I can reach this shoulder now when I stretch. I mean, I have to pull my arm over, but
But you can do it.
heck yeah. I was like, this is as far as I can really go. But this one I can get further than this one. So
Jealous. I can touch my back without helping.
yeah, a little bit. Also, fun fact: I learned that those like sea moss loofahs that we used to buy when we were younger that were like on a stick,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Oh, this comes from the ocean." Blah 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 blah. No, they don't.
No,
You
they
grow
don't.
them. You grow them.
Anybody can grow them, yeah.
I was like, I've been lied to all my life. What else isn't a lie? Is this a
Right.
simulation? Is this a simulation? Quick, pinch myself.
Oh my gosh. That's so
Oh
funny.
man, sorry. I know. I just started drinking my pre workout, so it's like
Oh, sure.
let the fun begin. Um. Oh, funny you ask. Yes, it is. It's black cherry gorilla mode pre workout. It's quite delicious.
They're magically delicious.
Do 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 do. Insert like little twinkly stars when I have the cup up. Do 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 do.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Oh man.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You?
Oh, bless
Bless
me.
you.
Um. Sorry. I'm doing well. I just woke up a couple hours ago and told myself I was going to get on a schedule this week, and well, I stayed up hella late watching Echo.
Yep. Shocker.
Oh, bless me.
Bless you.
So I really think that I might be allergic to the cats.
Probably.
Yeah, or like something about them because like I can't be around them that often. Um,
A little dander.
yeah, a little dangly dander. So I'm gonna step off camera real quick and blow my nose.
Okay.
I can hear you though. Why don't you go ahead and talk? How was your New Year's?
It was good. Nothing real exciting. We ate pizza, watched movies.
The
That was about
tradition.
it. Yeah.
That's good.
Good tradition.
Yeah.
Did you have to work?
Yeah.
Figured.
I stayed open until and I'm back. Ta-da. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. My brain. Um I stayed open until 2 o'clock, which
Ugh.
was nice because we made a good amount of revenue.
Still.
It went by fast. I didn't go in until 5 o'clock anyway, so
Oh, I guess that's not bad.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It's like an 8-hour
So
shift.
it was pretty good. Yeah, 8 or 9, something like that.
Mm.
I mean, I didn't leave work until 3:13 in the morning, but yeah.
It's very specific.
So, did you make a New Year's resolution?
No, I never do. I mean, I make my vision board, so I guess that's resolutions.
What'd you put on your vision board?
A lot of things.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
Always. It's just
Good.
like a
Good.
scattered like collage of things that I would like to get done or like,
Yeah.
fun things, stuff with social media, stuff with fitness, stuff with business,
Yeah.
career, fun things, travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
real good. I know I have like this 3-piece set, like picture set, and it's like this picture of like somebody doing deadlifts, but the third picture is literally nothing to do with the other two pictures. Like it's just kind of like, I don't know, like a, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just got a bunch of blank space, and it's in my bathroom. So what I've decided was I got a one of those silver pens,
Hmm.
like a permanent marker to, because it's like a darker color, so it'll shine. But I'm going to write everything I want to do for the year on that, because it's like you wake up in the morning, what do? You know what I mean? You
Hmm.
pee, you brush your teeth, you wash your hands, you wash your face. Um, so every morning, that's the first thing that I see when I wake up, because it's like you wake up, you urinate, you wash your hands, you know, like, um, so I'm going to be looking at that every single day. So I'm like, all right, so I think I'm going to put some goals for 2024, some plans for 2024, and some manifesting
Manifestations.
manifestations.
Yes.
That's a tongue twister.
But that's good
So,
you're
and
putting it
that's,
somewhere where you can see it. Because a lot of people will make things like that and then out of sight, out of mind. Because like mine's right in
yeah,
front of over here. So I'm doing my hair and makeup. It's in my closet that I'm in here like most of my
yeah.
time. So I
Well,
see it every day.
and so like with how hectic, and the reason why like I said it though is because like with how hectic my life is, and how busy I am, like I started with a calendar that I put right in the entrance to like my bedroom, right there on the wall. And every month I write everything that I need to do and the days that I need to pay my bills, because I'm very bad at forgetting the day that I need to pay my bills. And then next thing you know, they're like, we tried to
You're
take some
late.
money out and you didn't have it. And I'm like, oh crap, because I didn't go to the bank the night before and I forgot that, it's the new day. Um
Yup.
so I definitely started doing that. And since I did that, I haven't been like, not that I'm habitually late on my bills, but it just, for my for my brain and the way that I operate, I'm constantly thinking about a million things. Um from the moment I wake up, I'm literally planning out my day, like, oh, I woke up at 10 o'clock. Okay, I got to go to work at 3, which means I have to go home by 2 so that I can eat, so I can shower, so I can shave, so I can get ready for work. Oh, crap. My shirt's wrinkled. Now I need to iron my shirt. So it's like my mind is constantly firing, so I forget little things. And
Yup.
the reason why I'm saying this is cuz like in our conversation earlier before, we were talking about like fitness, and I realized the reason why like I slack so much in my fitness jersey as of late is because my time management uh is not there. Like it's abysmal. Like I have no time management whatsoever.
And that is so important, especially when you are busy and you're trying to do your fitness and lift weights and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, very important.
yes. Yeah, no, literally. And then it's like I'm getting to the gym and I'm like, oh, I have an hour to work out. And then it's just like you're sitting there and you're like, you're trying to stretch out and you're like, I mean, I'm not a spring chicken by any means. Like I'm older now, you know what I mean? So like my joints need a little bit more time to warm up. And then it's like I'm frustrated at the gym because I'm rushing through this workout that I know is going to just be one stone that I'm laying down in a long road of to what I'm trying to do. But I hate that like I'm 45 minutes into my workout and almost an hour into my workout, and now I'm just now feeling like I can work out.
Yeah. And you're like,
And
cool,
then,
now I have to leave.
yep, it's like, oh, okay, now I have to go to work. So I hate that.
That's kind of shitty.
So, and that's why like I'm trying to come full circle with what I was saying of planning out every day, not just by the week.
Yep, that's what I do. People used to make fun of me all the time, but I didn't care. I have a list and I have my calendar. I do the same thing, but the calendar's on my phone. I have all my bills. And I screenshotted it so I can look at it. So I see. But now I've
Yeah.
got memorized like when things come out. So
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like I've gotten pretty good at it. Like I broke all my bills down one day, and I was like, "Oh, I only need to take out X amount of dollars this paycheck, and X amount of dollars out this paycheck, and then I have X amount of dollars to put in savings, and then this is what I can have fun with." And
yup.
once I started doing that, I felt more balanced. Um,
Organized.
Yeah, yeah, and I do have to give credit to you on a lot of that because like I've probably said it on the cast before. Um your organization and your time management skills, I've never seen somebody be so good at. Um and I'll use like the first show, when you did your first show, you were very organized. You do everything that you are told to do. But where it really shined was in the last show because towards the end you didn't want to do it. You hit that mental block where you were just going through the motion. And I feel like if I wasn't there, you probably would have bowed out. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't have done it, but you continue to show up at the gym, you continue to go through the workout, you continue to get up because you would get up at what, 3 o'clock in the morning,
I think it was
three
like
thirty in the
3:30.
morning.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
literally had my gym clothes by my bed. I didn't even brush my teeth or anything. I rolled out of bed, put my clothes on, and hopped in. Like I had no time to even wake up. Hopped in my car, drove to the gym. Luckily, it was only like 5 minutes away. But yeah.
yeah. For people that don't know, because I know, run us through what your day entailed when you were in prep. Like you
So,
got out of bed at 3:30 in the morning.
and I literally, like I said, I put on my gym clothes. I got in my car, drove, like no coffee, nothing in my system. Did cardio you made me do. I think you only making me do like 20 minutes at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah, not 45. I think the first show I did 45 minutes, but the
yeah.
second show I did 25 minutes, and then I had to do an ab workout and then my calves. So that was probably 30, 45 minutes. Came home. So where does that put me at? Let's say I get back around like 4:30 or yeah, something like that. But then that gave me time to make coffee, take a shower, and then that's when I started to get to wake up. And then I started, getting ready for work, feed the dogs, do all that fun stuff, get to work by a little bit before 9, work 9 to 5, and then straight back to the gym. And then worked out for however long, hour. Usually we're there for about 2 hours to be real, because we talked. But we still
Yeah,
worked out. So I'd probably get home
yeah.
around 7, feed the dogs, unwind for the night, make dinner, and then I try to get to bed by be asleep by 9, so that I can get enough sleep to get back up at night at 3:30.
Yeah.
So it's like my life was literally on schedule. I didn't really stray at all for however months that was.
Like
And now I
4.
still like that, but not super strict.
Yeah,
I have time blocks, but I'm not like I have to do this. Like if it messes up, it's okay. But when I was
yeah.
prepping, I couldn't mess up. Like there was nothing, because if one thing went wrong, my whole day would just be in shambles, and I'd be going to bed late, and then I'd be so tired the next morning. So it's like nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not. Nothing could go wrong. And when things did go wrong, how did you adapt to the situation?
Probably not the best. I've gotten better at adapting. I would get super stressed. I would try not to take it out on anybody, but sometimes it would happen. But
Yeah,
I would just stress out. I would just beat myself up over it, and then just all day and be stressed, which isn't healthy.
yeah,
But now I have learned to balance and be like, just, brush it off, move on. It's okay.
that's good.
Like,
That's
yeah.
good. I know for myself, there were so many times where I went to the gym where like I didn't want to go to the gym and I still went, and like I didn't listen to my body, and I didn't have a good workout, and then I would get mad, and then I'd come home and I would be upset, and I just basically, it would just ruin my day. And now that I'm older, I just have accepted the fact that, like, if I can get in the gym at least 3 days consecutively and have an okay workout, then I'm perfectly okay with that. And if I end up taking off more than 2 days in the week, I'm okay with that too.
Mm. And I feel like a lot of people go through that. Like when people first start their fitness journey, it's very gun ho. You go in 5, 6 times a week, and you do that for a year, maybe 2 years, maybe longer. And then as you kind of get older, you're kind of like, okay, like I don't have to go hard 6 days a week, or if I can't go, I'm not going to get up at 3 o'clock. Because like right now for my job, I could get up at 3 o'clock and go get a workout in before work. But do I really want to do that and just be tired and not be home all the time? Like, no, thank you. So I just stick to 3 days or the days that I have off when I can get in. I just go hard when I'm in and I don't stress
Yeah,
out about it because I know I'm
yeah,
pushing myself in the gym when I'm there.
yeah. Well, like for myself too, I noticed if I started on a Monday, come Thursday, something has come up where I didn't eat enough food, or I didn't do this, or I didn't do that, to where like Thursday and Friday's workouts just aren't that good anymore. But
Mm-hmm.
if I wake up and I'm like, okay, so like this week, for example, I took Sunday off, but I hit legs on Saturday. So I hit legs Saturday, went to work, super busy, got home late, and slept all Sunday because we were supposed to shoot this on Sunday. Um, but I was like,
Okay.
dang, like my body needed that recovery.
Which
Um,
is good
so I
though that
took
you
the
listen to
day
your
off,
body.
but I was like, the old me would have been mad that I didn't get up and go do cardio like I wanted to. But I told myself, like, you need to sleep. So just sleep. Um, so what I'm suggesting is, even if you've been in the game for a while, or if you're just starting out, listen to your body. 100%. Listen to your body. Listen to if it's hungry, eat. If it's sore, take the day off. And stretch. I feel like I'm trying to reverse, 17 years worth of
Mm-hmm.
lifting.
Yeah.
Has it been 17 years? No, it's been like 14. 14 years worth of lifting that I didn't stretch before. And now I'm
It
suffering from it.
and with rest and stretching and recovery and all that, it's like people don't realize they'll go hard for so long in the gym and they're like, I'm not seeing results or this, I don't, or I'm not seeing as fast enough. And it's like, probably because you need to rest because your body doesn't have time at all to recover and to repair what you just damaged in the gym because that's where you're getting your muscles. It's when you're damaging it and it's reforming the muscle. So if you are constantly just tearing it and not letting it rebuild, yeah, your muscle's not going to grow as fast and probably you're not going to be feeling so hot either. So it's like okay to
Yeah,
rest. 100%.
it is. It is. And I actually feel like um Sebum was the one who said like his splits 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. And that's where I got like the idea from. So I was like, well, you know what I mean? I'm like, he's a 5-time champion, like, and he's
He
older,
must know what
so
he's doing.
yeah, so I was like, let's try it. And I actually feel better. It's funny too because it's like, so right now I hit legs, and then I'll hit chest and shoulders, and then I'll hit back, and then I'll hit arms and take a day off.
Mhm.
Or if I'm feeling okay, I'll hit a little bit of arms when I hit back. So like I'll do like 3 or 4 on, one off, 3 or 4, 3 on, and then the very next day is like legs. But what I noticed with my shoulder and chest workout is I'm not doing as much as I would do on a normal just solid chest day, or a normal solid shoulder day, but I'm sore. Like I am sore the next day everywhere.
Really?
So yeah, so I'm like, okay, but also tell myself like, all right, Manuel, you have an hour to do this. This is what you're going to do. I have a game plan when I come in. Right now, I'm really just focusing on upper chest, rear delts, middle delts, and then a little bit of front delts. Just because the tendon on my left side's not laying right still. Um, so I feel like I maybe have hyperextended it a little bit. So it's like elongated. So I'm waiting for it to like the elasticity to go back a little bit. Just because I feel compromised on certain things.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have anything to. It's funny because it's like it doesn't have anything to do with even the gym. It's all work related. From being a bigger guy confined at a desk that's made for like normal size people with a
Yeah.
normal size person keyboard, so I'm constantly like this, and just even doing
Hunched
this right now
over.
I can feel it right here, so it's like I'm constantly having to like pull back. So it's like I am like so frustrated because I'm like I've never had issues. So what is it? What is it? And the common denominator is being in an office job now where I'm constantly on the computer,
Yep.
writing up P&Ps, doing, computer work related stuff. So I need to buy a bigger keyboard. And it's funny because one of my IT reps, he said, Manuel said the most bro thing ever, that he needs the split keyboard because he's too wide to type on a normal size keyboard.
Yep, but that's true though, because people, even normal sized people and normal keyboard, they still get problems because they're just hunched over all day long. And it's just like people forget
Yeah,
to like stretch and just like try to keep
yeah,
tall, which I get when you're working and you're in the zone, but it does damage, man.
yeah, it does. And then it doesn't help too because it's like, so I'll be in that position and then I'll come home and like I've gotten out of the habit of like, watching a podcast when I get home and like leaning on this side on my left side in the bed. Like, even though it feels comfortable to me, um, I'm no longer doing it just for the simple fact that like it's doing more damage than anything.
Yeah. Like in the long run, it's gonna suck.
Yeah. So, what's some advice that you can give to
I was just gonna
female?
ask you that.
Were you?
Yeah,
So go ahead.
literally. Well, I was gonna say, what
That's
advice would you give to somebody like starting out the gym? And then you beat me
um
to it.
so in a general question, the advice that I would give somebody, it's 2024, people are starting to go in the gym. My biggest thing is don't feel self-conscious. Um and I know that I can say that, but at the end of the day, like yesterday, I'll give you a perfect example. I felt self conscious in the gym yesterday, and I've been going to the gym for years. But my sweater, it's a double XL, but it doesn't fit me.
Like it's too
So when I
tight?
would no, like it's too short.
Oh.
Because it's like it's sitting up. So it would normally be like, a couple of inches longer, but since I'm bigger, it sits higher. So
Yeah.
I felt self-conscious yesterday doing certain exercises because like my shirt would rise up and because I didn't wear the right size shirt because I'm used to like, oh, if I have a smaller shirt on and a bigger sweater, like it doesn't matter. Like the sweater will, balance out. And then I had to even tell myself, I was like, you know what, like who cares, like everybody's in here to obtain the same goal, like quit feeling self-conscious, like just lift your weight. And I ended up doing it. But that's probably like my number one suggestion is like don't feel self-conscious. um
Because everyone's been there. Everyone, we all get self
Everyone.
conscious at times. And it's like, just because somebody looks big in the gym or knows what they're doing in the gym doesn't mean that they're not
Yeah,
self conscious at times.
yeah, yeah,
Like, obviously.
yeah. And my other thing would be like start out but don't overdo it.
Yes. Yeah, don't just go gun
Because
ho, because a lot of people do that and then they don't last very long either.
they don't.
Huh.
They don't
They just
at
end up
all.
quitting because it's just too much.
Yeah, and it's funny too because it's just like I was sitting there and I was like thinking about it. I was like, so how I always approach everything is, I have a vision of what I want to do, and then I give myself a deadline. Like I always tell everybody, like give yourself a month goal, a 3 month goal, a 6 month goal, a 9 month goal, and then a 12 month goal, um, so that you're always working towards an ultimate goal, but you're hitting little milestones as you go.
Yes.
Um, because a lot of the times when you're like, if you want to lose weight and you're like, I want to be 30 pounds lighter. And then it's like you get to that month goal and you're like, oh crap, I've only lost 3 pounds. It's
Mm-hmm.
discouraging. But what you have to remember is you have to keep going,
Doesn't just
you
happen
know?
overnight. But
Mm-hmm.
when you think that it's going to happen overnight and you don't have other goals, you only have that one goal, then yeah, it's very hard to keep going. You have to have all
Yeah.
those smaller goals and then the big goal.
Yeah. And that's where I was gonna take a drink of that water, but I don't think it's mine. Um I was like, wait, no, I already drank my water. I was like, that's Angelina's. Sorry. Squirrel.
For real.
Um but no, and then that's my theme too. So like right now I'm not drinking enough water. I know that I'm not drinking enough water. And the biggest indication that I'm not drinking enough water, my joints hurt. My forearms are always the muscle that hurts the most for some reason. And I don't know if it's because, like when I lift heavy weights, like I grip really, really hard. I don't use, straps, everything that I do. So, like, if I'm doing like lying down bent over rows with 90 pounds, I'm not using Versa grips. I'm not using Harbinger wrist wraps, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
Hmm.
grabbing that weight and I'm pulling it. So, I always can feel it in my forearms and in my joints when I'm not having enough water. So I told myself, like, okay, up your water right off the bat. That's what you're going to focus on. And then my routine of making it to the gym, adjusting the workouts accordingly. That's my second goal. Then my third goal was, okay, get your cardio in, start your cardio. And a lot of people make the mistake of trying to do everything at once. Like I said
Hmm.
earlier, they're like, but before I even touch on that, my last part of everything is my diet. My diet is the last part of everything. I get all my other ducks in a row,
Yeah.
and then I start to fine tune my diet.
Because diet's like,
Because
in my opinion, is like the hardest to get down.
it it is. It
And if you
is.
don't have a routine down, it's gonna be really hard to stick to a diet or eating better or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes. Yes. It definitely is. And you also feel like, so what I was saying is, like, you try to do everything at once. Like, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do an hour of cardio, and I'm going to sleep better, and I'm going to be able to drink all this water. No, you're not. The
Mm-mm.
reality is you're not. And the reason why you're not is because your body is not used to it. Your body has not adjusted to the lifestyle change that you're about to do.
Yeah, because you probably haven't been doing all that at all, and then all of a sudden now you're doing all this stuff, and you get overwhelmed because you have nowhere, like, you didn't baby step into it, ease into it. You
Mhm.
just
Yep.
threw it all on your plate.
Yep, exactly. And the reason why that I do everything that way is because, so I start with, the workout. That way I have the workout built. So then I can structure my time. And then I move on to cardio because I slowly throw in cardio. I don't go gun ho
Hmm.
because, one, it's exhausting and I still have to perform at work because my job is vigorous. Like, even though it's not like very manual labor,
You're
the
moving a lot.
mental, I'm moving a lot, and the mental game of it is very
Yeah.
exhausting. So I start my cardio out very light. I say I'm going to do 5 minutes. And then once I hit 5 minutes, then I'm like, well, I've gone 5 minutes. So just go 10.
Yeah.
I come in with the expectation of only doing 5 minutes of cardio. But after my body is warmed up, then I push myself. I don't come in with the idea that I'm going to do cardio for 20 minutes, because then I'm just setting myself up for failure, because I'm just looking at that 20-minute mark. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to that 20-minute mark. So I set my mark lower so that I always excel over it. Because let's face it, once you get on for 5 minutes, you can go another 5 minutes,
Yeah, for sure.
you know? And then I build up the appetite that I need to start to eat right. Because right now I don't. Like when I'm bulking, I eat 2 meals a day and one shake. I eat two big meals and one shake. And that's the way that I've been able to put on weight. Because my body, once I start eating multiple meals, I just lean out. You know, my
Your
metabolism
metabolism
kicks.
starts kicking in.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just lean. But I start everything else before my diet so that I build up the hunger for the diet. So then when I'm eating, I'm not one of those people that are like, chicken and rice again, buffalo and rice again. No, it's
Right.
like, I'm starving. Let's eat this food.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense
Yeah.
though.
How do you start out?
So, well, if you're like a new person, because like how I started in the gym was we just did the treadmill, like just walking because we were nervous. And I think maybe it's a
Yeah.
female thing too. So I always, for females, especially, like if you're scared and to get into a routine, like just go at the same time every day or whenever, or how many days you can go and just walk on the treadmill and scope things out. So you can kind of see like where the weights are, where the machines are, where, the lifting, who comes at that time and all that. That's what I would do, because that's what we did. Me and my best friend, we went together. So I'd also find a partner if you want, being a girl, because it is, I don't know. I don't know how it is for a guy going in first. I feel like I never really see guys going together. I see them, they're kind of going in, they just figure it out. But girls, I feel like having the buddy system is just a little bit, I don't know, more encouraging, because you can look stupid together. But yeah, I always started out on the treadmill, and then I got into the machines because they tell you exactly what to do. And then nowadays you can scan it on your phone and it'll show you exactly the movement and where it hits and all that. And then I started slowly venturing out into the free weights. But the same thing, like I didn't worry about food or anything else. I just worried about getting a routine into the gym. Like, what days can I go to the gym? And I just worked on making myself go, even if I didn't do anything really except for walk on the treadmill. Because then your body starts getting to that, routine, the habit of, okay, Monday I'm going at 5 o'clock after work. And Wednesday I'm going at 5 o'clock after work. And you just keep doing it until that's just what you do after work. And then you start easing into, like you said, the diet. I would say though, for most people, everyone needs to drink more water. So that's the easiest thing to start with too. Going to the gym, work on the gym, and then just drink more water. Like it's the easiest thing for people. So yeah, and then start fine tuning the diet once you have the routine of getting into the gym. Which I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what to do in the gym, and I don't know, I started out with Instagram and YouTube videos, but nowadays you can find people online that have programs that are really cheap that you can just monthly, either pay monthly or pay one thing and it tells you exactly what to do, how many reps, all that. So nowadays it's a lot easier. I feel like back then we didn't have any of that. We just had, like I said, Instagram. Like I'd watch people on there, find a girl that I liked on YouTube and just watch her workouts. So it's like
Yeah.
nowadays people, you guys have more stuff now. So you have no excuse not to find a workout routine. And find what you enjoy doing. Like some people like
Yeah.
CrossFit. Don't know why, but if you want to do CrossFit,
Well,
do CrossFit.
so many people nowadays use social media as their source of income. So, what was once sheltered and very secretive, of like, well,
Mhm.
I'm not going to let anybody know what I do for my lifts because I'm a competitor and I don't want my competition doing the same workouts that I'm doing because I'm trying to get my results. And nowadays it's just like um everybody's posting everything now.
Yeah.
And it's not even for like the competitive aspect anymore. Like people are using the platform for business and to be
Mm-hmm.
successful in business. You know, you have these people who compete one or two times, and then you know they go get themselves a little $200-300 online class that they take for, you know, 4 weeks, and then they're over here like trying to sell you a cookie cutter program. You know, I'll give you an example of somebody that we both know. I won't name the person, um, but they had a rough experience with it to where they found out 4 weeks out from their first show that the person that they had been paying this whole time was literally just getting it off of Pinterest. Like they found their workout and diet on Pinterest, like verbatim, and came to me in
What?
a panic. Yeah, and like literally came to me in a panic 4 weeks out from their very first show. And I worked with them for like, you know, couple of weeks, like 2 weeks, and then I did check-ins with them, and they ended up winning their show and then taking overall for their first show. Um,
I think I know who you're
but
talking about.
it's just one of those things where it's like you have to be very careful with who you pick.
Yes.
And I
Like,
always
still do your
I
research for sure.
Yeah, I always suggest going with somebody that you know, or somebody that you know or you see at your gym that has performed not only with themselves, because it's very easy to be selfish and to get yourself in shape. It
Yeah.
is. It's very easy. Uh,
Well, like for
I
example,
look
like
for the.
for
Go ahead.
well, I guess it's different if you're not doing a show, but for I'll do both examples. Like so for just normal workouts, like I used to make my own program, but now I just don't have time. So I've been following this girl for like 3 years now, and I've seen her progression, I've seen all of her clients' progressions, I've seen all of her workouts and stuff. So I pay her monthly fee and I get her workouts, which I love them and they're awesome. But I've watched that progression for 3 years until I'm like, okay, cool, like I'm gonna try it. And then with you, it's like somebody that you helped in a show gave me, the advice like, hey, go talk to him and stuff. And so I'm seeing how she's looking. I'm like, okay, I saw you guys at the gym all the time together. So it's like, I've seen you guys, how you worked out and all that. So then it's like, okay, then yeah, I'm going to go ask him. Like, she looks great. And they both work out all the time here. Like, obviously, and then obviously, we did good. So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. You got to keep your
yeah,
eyes open and don't just get somebody's program just because it's there.
yeah. You know, and it's funny though that you just said that. You said um you pay for somebody else to give you a program. And I've heard some people make the comment of like, well, you're a personal trainer, you have your certification. Why would you pay somebody else to give you something that you could give yourself? And it's not that you are being lazy, and it's not that you're not capable of doing it yourself. It's the accountability.
Exactly, because I noticed when I was making my own program, I'd push myself, but having somebody else do it, I don't want to not do it. Whereas me, I'm like, I'll just take that out of the program today, or I'll just not do this. Where this is
Yeah,
like, no, you have to do this. Yeah, it's
yeah,
100% accountability.
it is, and it's one of those scenes where it's like, it's funny too because it's like this is a perfect segue into what I was going to bring up was, I've slowly been dieting throughout the last like 6 months. Like I'll do really good for a couple of weeks and then I'll fall off. I'll do really good for a couple of weeks and then I'll fall off. So, in the beginning of December, I was doing great. I was waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is unheard of for me. If anybody knows me, I haven't
Yeah.
gotten up at 8 o'clock in the morning since before the C word, because I would have to get the kids, I would have to get the kids ready for school, and then I'd have to start my day. But now that I have young adults, I don't have to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and take anybody to school. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They're getting themselves up and ready. But at the beginning of December, I got sick, and like it took 3 weeks of getting over that to get myself back on track. And in that time, I didn't have any accountability. So like, um, I ate like some fast food, but it was just like I was trying to like get a surplus of calories in by any means necessary because I was working a bunch for the holidays, and I lost a lot of weight when I was sick. So I was like, in my mind, because I still have that body dysmorphia, I'm like, you look like crap. You're stringy, you're small, you're flat, like you have no shape. Get calories in to fill your muscles full of glycogen. So I'm eating, banana cream pancakes at 1:30 in the morning. Fast forward to the end of the month, I had no accountability. So I was like, I'm gonna start to cut weight in January. But knowing myself, I need to be held accountable. So I joined our works weight loss challenge because every year at the beginning of the year, my job does a weight loss challenge, and we give we weigh in monthly for the month, and first place is like $300, second place is like 200, third place is $100, and we have a male category and we have a female category. So it helps the employees like work towards their goals. And I was like, you know what? I wasn't going to do it. And then my buddy was like, just do it, just do it. And I was like, I finally told myself, like, you're going to do it because you're going to be held accountable. You have somebody holding you accountable. Plus, I'm
Mhm.
competitive. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
That
want
always
to win.
helps.
It's free money. Like, do
Right?
you know how many action figures I could buy if I took first place for the first month? So yeah, so I'm holding myself accountable now. um, which even though I've been lifting weights and have, done things in my life, I still need to be held accountable by somebody else. Like
I think everybody does. You know? Like we're just
yes, like
human.
the moment you think that you can do it all on your own, you're setting yourself up for failure. Like
Hmm.
there's always room to grow and there's always room to improve.
So that's like even when you first start, that's always good to have somebody go with you or do it. Because I'm sure everybody has a friend or two that wants to go to the gym and they just haven't or are scared, So it's like find that
Yeah.
person. Even if you guys don't end up working out together the whole, for the whole year or whatever, at least you guys went together and you're holding each other accountable because you're like, because even like when Chelsea and I went, I ended up moving to Yuba City, and we were still going. I was still driving to Orville and meeting her there because like we were holding each other accountable, and we were still in that fresh phase of being at the gym. And I drove. I think it took me like 40 minutes to get there, but I did it just so we could work out together. So that's what you gotta do in the beginning.
You know, so I've really been pondering this lately. I don't talk to nobody at the gym. Um, I've seen people in the gym for years. I don't know their names. I nod, I say what's up. I don't know their names. I don't talk to nobody anymore. I mean, like, granted, like if I see Chris or Howard or Christy,
Yeah,
or
you're gonna
Luke,
say something.
uh, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm gonna say hi to them. But there's a lot of people that go to the gym that I see that one, they look the same, and two, they're doing the exact same workouts. So I kind of want to talk to them, but then also I'm like, no, like, is it going to come off being rude? Like, are they going to think like, are you being smug? But my
Yeah,
biggest thing is I want to ask so many girls that I see in the gym that are only doing accessory workout. Why are you doing just accessory workout?
because a girl on Instagram does it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but also I don't want to come off as like this gym creep or something. You know what I mean? Um, but I do though. I just want to like, I just want to be like, put a PSA out there like, hey, lift heavy weights, do your squats, don't
See,
just do accessories.
one thing I think that is nice about talking to people in the gym, I mean, if you're not on a time crunch or whatever, because like I've noticed with me over here, talking, like getting to know people and stuff, I don't feel weird asking them questions. Like, you know, when they do different workouts or something, or they don't feel weird giving me advice or something anymore, but because you're like familiar with each other now. Like, I have a couple people that like they condition differently than me, or they're like doing just they don't do like the bodybuilding style that I do, you know, but they get results. So I'm like, hey, why are you doing that? Or, you know, but it has
Yeah,
taken a year of being at this gym now to be that comfortable with somebody. So it is kind of weird because I wouldn't want, I guess, I don't know, it depends how you approach me. Because when you approached me at the gym that first time, like it wasn't, you weren't weird about it. You were like, hey, can I give you some advice? You know, like you're really nice
yeah.
about it. But I'm also somebody that I wanted that advice, you know, but we never know. Somebody might not want that and then they might take it the wrong way.
What? And look at my face. I mean, like, what is the number one thing that everybody says about me when I was at the gym?
Yeah, you look mean. You look scary. Because I was so scared. Like, well, you coming up to me didn't scare me because you were coming up to me. But me coming to talk
Yeah.
to you was like the scariest thing. Even trying to write you on Instagram to like coach me was the scariest thing. I think Randall even like, what's the worst you gonna say? No. I said, yeah, but that's scary. Like, no from him. Like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Um,
I guess people in the gym do look, a lot of people do look scary. And when you're in
yeah.
your workout, you
Because
just look
there's,
rough.
yeah. And then, like, so, and it's funny too, because it's like, um, I know that I'm too busy to help anybody. I know that I'm too busy
Yeah.
to give coaching 110% the way that I do. Because let's face it, when I was getting you ready for this show, I talked to you all day, every single day.
Yeah.
Because as a coach, I check in,
Yeah.
especially with like new first time competitors, people that really like aren't into it the way that we are. I'm very hands on. Like I'm going to be in the gym with you 6 days a week. You know what I mean? As long as however long we're in the gym, I'm there for you. My phone's not going to be in my hand. I'm not going to be scrolling Instagram, showing you TikTok reels. Like I'm there to get you to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
So again, with like that person that had asked me for help, I was honest with them and I told them like, I can't devote 110% the way that I want. So this is what I can do for you. But the reason why I bring it up is I see so many people that have great potential to be good athletes who, if they fine tuned a little bit of, their diet or, their exercise, they could compete. And I see so many people, our talent pool here in town where we both met, is crazy. The amount of
Mm-hmm.
talent that we have, you know what I mean? The amount of physiques that have great potential is crazy because we're such a small town.
It is.
Um, I want to talk to them so bad sometimes, but I'm like, no, like you don't have the time for yourself. Don't get
Let
involved
alone
with some.
somebody else. Yeah.
Yes, yes, and it sucks though because it's like, man, dude, like, ooh, you see somebody and you're like, a little bit of work, you could jump on stage.
Yeah. Like little small tweaks.
Mm-hmm. So, but I avoid telling people so many things now. I don't talk to nobody. I don't even help correct people's form anymore. And I kind of feel guilty a little bit about it because I'm like, damn, I'm like, they could potentially hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Um, I'm like, no, we're not going to do it. Like,
But now you have to worry
so,
about so much more than you did, you know, years ago.
oh,
So I get it.
yes, yes. And now I'm older and I'm like, at that time, like, even when I came up to you, like, I was just like, I wasn't arrogant and I wasn't cocky. I don't know, like I had like this chip, I feel like, now that I look back. And now that I've gotten older and like I've kind of like killed the ego and everything, like I'm like,
Well, then at that time you were training people, you know, like you were like really in
yeah,
it, you know, so you were
yeah,
constantly looking at people in their form and stuff. Whereas, you know, so
yeah,
you were just like in that coaching mindset 24/7. So it's like you saw me doing something wrong and you're like, bitch, you're going to hurt yourself. Like, don't be doing that.
yeah, yeah, literally. Um, yeah. Talk to people though, and talk
Yeah.
to people that you normally don't want to talk to. Like
Yeah.
if you see an OG in the gym and they're doing something, pick their brain really quick. Don't come up to them mid set, but if they're moving from one exercise to another, yeah, ask them a question real quick.
Yeah. And like
So,
for girls, I feel like it's so easy to spark conversation, like compliment their outfit. Because usually they're like wearing something cute. Like, let's be real, girls love wearing cute gym outfits. It's so easy to break the
dude,
ice with the girls.
that is literally anytime I've ever worked with a female, that's literally how the conversation always comes up. Oh, I like your leggings. Oh, I like your shoes.
Hmm.
Blah 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 blah
Hmm.
blah blah.
I've broken the ice
Literally
with
how it
so
goes.
many girls. I'm like, I love your
A
shorts.
guy
Where'd you
can't
get
do it.
those?
A
No,
guy
guys
can't
can't.
do that
No,
though. You know
that's what
what
I'm
I
saying.
mean?
Girls,
Like,
it's so easy to break the ice. Men, I don't know.
yeah. There's like there's some females that I've seen in the gym and they have excellent form in squatting, and I want to compliment them, but I can't because I'm a male, and then they might perceive it the wrong way. But I just want to simply go, you know what? You have great form. That's perfect form. Go heavier.
Go heavier. Oh
Pick
my
out
gosh.
the Star Wars conversations. I'll be right back.
I was just about to say that. We're on the same wavelength today.
Since we do walk the gray path and we both like Star Wars and we both like working out, we've literally just spent an hour talking about working out. But what I figured was I would showcase
Woo!
my first find of the year for collectibles. I set I set a goal for myself because you only went through like a couple of tubs and there were so many random figures, but my biggest theme is Mandalorians and clones. So I told
Mhm.
myself when it comes to Star Wars, you're going to buy the Mandalorian stuff that you like and the clone stuff that you like. Stop buying random figures, because I did. I just went into like GameStop one day and I was like, ooh, I like these figures, and I bought like 4 or 5 of them, so it was like $70. And then I came home, I looked at them, and I was like, these don't match the rest of the collection. But
Oh
I
my gosh.
I bought them, just to buy them. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Um, so I hadn't bought anything for this year. And I told myself like, oh, like I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna randomly check it. So my first find for 2024 was the I don't know if you're gonna be able to pick up because of the glare, but I found the Mandalorian fleet commander. I think the glare might like
No, not
shine
too
too
much.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a simple reuse of kit bash. Um, and
But look at you,
I
your
was like,
first find of the year.
yeah, I was like, cool. And they went to the window packaging because it was windowless, which Hasbro saw a huge decline in people buying stuff. So
That makes
it's a,
sense though.
it's a pretty solid find for 9-10 days into the year.
So yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, so because I keep it all private and I don't showcase none of it.
No, you don't.
Um, all right, let's start the conversations. Bum, bum,
Star
bum,
Wars
bum, bam, bam.
conversations. Oh, already picked out 3. Way ahead of the
Sweet.
game. All right, let's start with creatures. What is the scariest creature in Star Wars?
The scariest creature?
Yeah. What is the scariest one?
Mm,
I can't think of any creatures at the moment now.
probably those spiders that Din Djarin encountered on that frozen planet.
Ooh, yeah, those things were not okay. I didn't
Yeah.
want to agree with that. Yeah, no thank you. Mm-mm. All right.
Number 2.
The galaxy. Would you rather live on Frozen Hoth or Volcanic Mustafar? Why?
Hoth. I'd say
Why?
Hoth. Because your survival rate would be higher. There would be more chance of food because there is life on Hoth.
True.
What are you going to do on a volcanic planet that erupts underneath your feet?
Was my boy there? Because if he was there.
Okay, if you were living in his castle, then yeah, obviously.
Which I would be living in his castle. Let's be real. He doesn't have Padme anymore, so. No, but for real, probably Hoth, just because I don't like the heat anyways. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So mine would just depend on the circumstance. All right, number 3. The Force. If you could pick your Jedi Master, whose Padawan would you want to be? And what qualities do you find admirable in that Jedi Master? Ooh, that's a good one. Off the top of my head, Qui-Gon came. If he was alive, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I liked his outlook, too. I liked his outlook, and he wasn't corrupt, and he was very just, he just had that energy.
I would pick Quinlan Voss.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah, because he was a rogue Jedi. He didn't follow a lot of the traditional ways that the council wanted him to. Like, he went off and did his own thing. Like, he had a blaster and he didn't hesitate to shoot somebody. And he walked the fine line and actually came to the dark side and was able to break away from the dark side and come back to the.
Oh, yeah.
So anybody that has the ability like that, you would definitely want to learn from, because to be 100% successful, you have to be able to understand both sides.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, I feel like we both chose people that just weren't with the council. The council
Yeah.
was the problem.
Well, Palpatine said it best: your arrogance blinds you.
Yep. And it
So,
did. It did.
heck yeah. So,
So the next episode, we'll throw in a little bit more Star Wars. But it's
I
first of
know.
year. Everyone's getting to their fitness, so it's like it was easy to talk
Yeah.
about.
Nobody, I know we didn't even talk about what we wanted to talk about for Star Wars. So,
I don't know. We even had a 5-minute meeting beforehand. Go. Maybe we should do like in the beginning, like we're gonna hit these topics, and they're just like boom, boom, boom. It probably still
yeah.
won't work with us, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'll draft out my segment more,
Make like
So,
script basically.
yeah. Hello and welcome to another fine edition of Star Wars. I don't know.
Oh, we'll figure it
The
out.
ram the rambling the ramblings of two friends.
Yeah. We're trying to make it more
So,
professional. One day.
no, we will.
Yeah.
We will be professional.
Yep.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great night.
You too.
Like, comment, subscribe. If you have questions, hit us up on Instagram. You can find Mariah at,
Mariah, love, fit.
and I am the 530 Gorilla.
Yeah.
It's even on my shoes.
And it's in the bio or whatever, the description
Oh yeah.
of this
Yeah.
video. Yeah. I put all that in the description.
Links in the bio.
Yep.
That's what the cool kids say, right?
Right. Always. Peace out, Girl Scout.
May the force be with you.